Welcome to FX Options University, recorded live at the International Securities Exchange, the world's largest equity options exchange. Join the industry's top trading professionals as they provide insight and strategies for trading in the currency markets using FX options. FX options are a low-risk alternative to hedging currency moves in any market condition.
One word of caution about these models. These models are just models. They work most of the time. They don't work all the time. And again, you're trading your portfolio, which means you're trading your own money. Even though in this case we're making predictions of the U.S. dollar relative to other currencies, so money in one currency versus another, but at the end of the day, you don't want to lose a tremendous amount of capital based on some model. And I show you this, that we had tremendous moves in the markets in different years in the equity markets. We saw currency markets that moved tremendously in 2007 and 8, and even 2009. So the models are models, but they never fully replicate reality. And that's why I guess that's my point there. So what could that market maker do if they sell 1,000 options on the AUM? Somebody's very bullish on the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. They could just sell them and hope they're wrong, but quite frankly, market makers don't do that. They don't just sell options and pray. What they do is they hedge. So what they might do is they might sell those options and buy another option, buying what's called gamma, preventing that gap risk in case the US dollar does tumble and the Australian dollar does rally. Of course, we could turn the whole scenario around to be the opposite. So to summarize what I just spent the last 50 minutes on or so, if many investors decide to buy or sell at the same time a certain exchange rate, an exchange rate value, an ISC pair value, that decision most likely will impact prices adversely for investors. And what I'm saying is, if you're looking at taking somebody's recommendations, that's fine. But if you take the recommendations and blindly put in market orders, you might get inferior fills. Because if everybody's trying to put a market order in, the prices might really go, quote-unquote, berserk. So you might want to use a limit order in that case. If you're executing the same trade or strategy as everyone else, you might get an inferior fill, an inferior price. More than likely, it's due to supply-demand considerations, not any other factor. Market makers need to earn the bid-ask spread, and they do provide liquidity. They carry inventory risk. And again, they try not to have too much risk in any one strike price. They try to hedge it off. And they, as all of us, try to balance risk-reward. And that's very, very important. So for all of you, what I'd urge you to do, you're all considering trading FX options or you're trading them already, continue to come back to the classes, the webinars, where we have 3 different types of webinars that are going on, at least here early in 2010. We have the Back to Basics, which is today's class. So they're trying to enlighten you on the different aspects of options and, of course, how they pertain to the currency markets. We also bring in special guests. Special guests might have expertise in technical analysis, fundamental analysis, options, whether it's option skew, option strategies, but we bring these guests on. We also have Trading Central. Trading Central uses technical analysis, and they make trading recommendations. So you might want to come to those classes. In fact, the next class is Thursday morning at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock out on the West Coast. Pacific Time, 4 o'clock in Paris, France. So please, Trading Central will be with us. And they're not always going to be right, like any other trader, but they were with us about 3 weeks ago, made a tremendous call. They were very, very bullish on the dollar against everything, and the dollar has rallied. I think you all know that. Does that mean it's going to rally into the future? No. But I'm curious to see what their view is on Thursday, so please come back. If you can't make it because the time is not convenient, well, we archive all of the presentations. Also, fxoptions.com, great place to go. Tools, webinars, trading contests, lots there. Never, ever, ever trade any kind of option, any asset without understanding everything about it. So once you understand, and I think that's why you're all here today, you might feel confident enough to place a trade. And again, there's virtual trading, so that might work for you. Here we have the currency options, and we actually now have the Brazilian real, BRB, but everything else is that's the only one, that's the newest one, BRB, and you can check it out at fxoptions.com. We have the exchange rates. You can download the widget, and that's just a screenshot of fxoptions.com. So at this point, I want to turn it back to all of you, the attendees. I want to thank you all for attending, but we're not done. If you have questions, I'm here to answer your questions on options and especially how they relate to the currency market.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. Get trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary. Visit www.fxoptions.com. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in U.S. dollars and have a European-style exercise.